everyone, and welcome to the Roseville Ice Arena for CTN Light coverage of boys high school hockey. It's a return to action after a holiday break as the SLPCR team continues their road trip against the Roseville Raiders. Joe Young, Howie Shapiro up above the action, and Howie, a team that can score a lot of goals for Roseville and coming in at 6-4.
Yeah, you know, and talking to Coach Gagnon earlier yesterday, he talked about the fact that he's very close with his coaching staff at Roseville, and they were kind of thinking they'd have a really strong defensive team and hope to, get scoring. Well, it's been a pleasant surprise to see all that offensive output for the Raiders.
Yeah, both teams on the goals against side probably a bit higher than they would like. Roseville giving up just under 4 goals per game. The SLPCR team giving up 4.69 against per game. They're 3.89 goals for. Not terrible, but they'd like to be a little bit more defensive minded as they head towards the second half of the regular season.
Well, Joe, you talked about, coming off this little bit of a break, and Coach Gagnon said, I'm interested to see how the guys respond for that. They had a couple of good days of practice, but, not a live action at this point.
Tie up on the draw. Dug free by Andrew Clark. Played back in the blue line. Inside the zone. Taken away. A great opportunity, but a sliding save out front by Toby Tranby, and SLPCR heads back the other way. Clark gets it out of the corner. An opportunity partially blocked for Barsness and covered up by the keeper, Cooper Stevens.
Yeah, Barsness had an opportunity out, as you mentioned. I think somebody got a stick on his puck. He didn't have the shot that he wanted, but a good look from in close.
Yeah, Landon Comer got a little trouble in the zone. A little more pressure than he had expected. This one swept back into the corner by Jackson Engberg. Helps hold the zone. Alphen had it poked off his stick, back out to center. Wolter chips it back in. SLPCR will tag up out of his own end. Prentice Meyer moves it ahead. Continues to attack, tips it in on goal, and it is covered up by Brock Lewick.
We had talked about the girls hockey team having some lapses during games, and Coach Gagnon said, we're kind of experiencing a little bit of that too. Against Rogers in that loss for about till 12 minutes in the second period, they played well, but the wheels came off and they just couldn't control it.
Played to the line, but held there. Engberg can't force it past the defender. Alphen digging for it, pressured from behind by Jacoboski. Centering pass taken away by Engberg. His pass too far in front of Kish. Regroup for Roseville inside their own zone. Flipped and tapped down by Villela. He'll track it down in the corner. His team changing behind him. Tried to center. That hit some legs. Bouncing puck sent back out to center. Deflected into the zone, and that'll be icing as it was before the red line.
Yeah, just trying to get something, spring something for the SLPCR squad. A little bit too much on that pass. They're going to have to regroup back in their end.
SLPCR without Captain Drew Lindquist, injured in the last game a week ago against Bloomington Jefferson.
Yeah, a little knee-to-knee contact. Coach hopefully says he won't be out too long, which we're hoping for as well.
Held at the line by Maxwell Beal. SLPCR plays it back out. Elm holds it up. He's pressured. Loose puck. Recovered by Oliver Siddick. He gets it in deep for Roseville. Tranby behind his own net. Lost the handle a little bit. Got it ahead for Wackman. Now gets it back. Tranby back for Wackman. Pressure continues to come. Jacob Troska tracks it from behind the net. Continues to pressure. Played ahead. Glove down by Sukup and out to center. Sent into the zone. Sukup gives chase. Roseville collects, plays back off the near boards, out to center. Comer sends it back in deep. Stevens stops it up there. A turnover in the corner, but a centering pass was taken away and skated out to center by Kellen O'Rourke. Troska pinched off it as he enters the zone. Early on, the Raiders making a lot of trouble for SLPCR on the breakout. Not able to get cleanly out of their zone. Bushy fans on the pass attempt behind the net. The gum in the works for O'Rourke. They get the turnover, backhanded toward the net by Jacoboski and turned away by Lewick. Pad save on the shot by Howard from the point. Played out just out of the reach of Barsness. It's going to track in on Stevens. Barsness there to force the faceoff in the offensive zone. 13:45 to go in period number 1.
Yeah, to your point, Joe, that the Raiders have been doing a really nice job of keeping the puck down in SLPCR's end. And they need the SLPCR squad needs to do something offensively to try and get a little pressure in on the goal.
Engberg's shot misses wide into the near corner. Stout tried to play it toward the net. That was blocked. Play it out, and here's Villela. A 2-on-1 developing with speed. Blue jerseys getting back quickly. Villela pinched off in the corner, slow to get up. Still on his knees. He recovers, and he's going to get called for the retaliatory hit. He pleads his case. Will fall on deaf ears, and he will report to the sin bin and put SLPCR on the power play early.
Yeah, that's just a penalty. You know, it's retaliation is going to be called just about every time. And so the little bit of a break that SLPCR is looking for, maybe here early in period number 1, may have come the fact that they're on a power play situation.
It's the leading scorer for the home team headed to the box.
Yeah, they have 7 guys with 10 points or more on the season.
Short-handed attempt, pass hit Jacoboski in the back of the leg. Alford controls in the corner. SLPCR trying to set up on the power play. Lichter. His pass deflected, knocked down by Alfin. Tried to get it into the corner. That was intercepted, played out by Meyer, and Lewick forced to come out and play it as Jacoboski was behind everybody in a blue jersey. Play it out through center again and again. A race for it. Lewick gets there first and clears the zone himself. In possession, Lackner will send it all the way down on goal. Couple of sticks right there, and Lewick forced to cover. And the Raiders causing a lot of problems with pressure on the penalty kill.
A lot of pressure, and then you see Lewick twice have to come out of his net and make sure he beat that player to the puck and to clear it out of the zone, or at least attempt to do so.
Tie up off the draw, Barsness. Gains control, skates through center. Forced to make a move at the blue line, and play goes offside. Wackman not able to slow down on the backside.
Yeah, not much he could do there. Again, as you mentioned, had to adjust before he brought the puck in the zone, and Wackman easily over the line and offsides.
Face-off win, but a fan on the pass attempt. It's played in deep by Jacob Boss. He goes into pressure. Now SLPCR up the near side. Comer stops up across. Wackman into the zone. Tried to play it to the back post. That was broken up. Cleared the length of the ice. 30 seconds left on the power play. No shots on goal for SLPCR. Wackman. That pass doesn't click.
Excellent kill for the Raiders. They're just not letting SLPCR get into any kind of flow.
But passes not being made.
Nope.
And getting 3 guys into one spot. Just a very discombobulated power play opportunity.
Absolutely.
For SLPCR all the way around. Wackman plays it back across. Engberg. Or Comer rather, passed it behind. A shot from Alfin turned away by Stevens. Back the other way comes Roseville. Beal gets it in on goal, covered up by Lewick, and we'll have a face-off down to the SLPCR end. 11:02 to go
Yeah,
period number one.
You got a couple of black and white jerseys coming right at you, and you've got to make sure you cover up on that puck. You don't want to give up that opportunity for a rebound. Because as we talked about, this Raider team can score, and they're opportunistic around the net.
Max Beal wins the draw for Roseville. Quick shot through traffic off the end boards. Swept out to center, recovered there by Lackner. Cross for Meyer, Preston Meyer. Bumped off it as he entered the zone. The Raiders forced to regroup at center. Pass taken away by Engberg. Makes a move. Gets in on the backhand. A toe save by Stevens.
Gave himself a shot by controlling the puck.
That one sent all the way down, but in on goal. Played to the side by the stick of Lewick. SLPCR in danger of an interference call along that backboard, but no call coming. Barsness pressured, double teamed, gets it across. Bushy flips it out to center. A lot of bodies on the ice there in front of the Roseville bench. No call on that either. Forced into the zone by Garrett Heights. Walter can't get it up the near boards. A backhand or a backdoor look was broken up by the stick of Lewick. That one just out of the reach of Barsnitz. He'll track it down in the corner looking for help. Opportunity short side, played out front. Shot from the point by Stout, blockered away by Stevens. Settled by Troska. Behind the net for Jacob Elm. He's chased out of there. Lichter had his stick lifted. Kept in at the line. Played around again. Bushy toward the front of the net. Blocked up there by Jacob Elm. At center ice is Heights getting it in deep. Pass stopped up. Played in deep by Benjamin Beal. Lichter behind his own net. Round skips away from Clark out to center. Meyer at his own blue line. Off the heel of the stick for Jacoboski. Clark got a piece of it, but that play would go offside. And that's going to be offside as Clark got his stick in on that pass attempt.
So a few opportunities, not a lot so far here in this first period, Joe. Both teams kind of testing each other out a little bit. But, to what we talked about earlier, I think the Raiders doing a better job of controlling it down in SLPCR end and getting opportunities more so than their opponent.
Comer pinched in that corner. It's SLPCR able to regroup, get it in deep. Couple of bodies hit the ice. Coming up with the loose puck is Lackner. Plays it ahead and numbers at the line for the Raiders. The shot into the glove of Brock Lewick.
Yeah, and that puck fell out the glove, but Brock did the smart thing, make sure he fell on it and forced that face-off over to his left.
Just over midway through the period, the home team has had the better part of the play, but has yet to get one past Brock Lewick. SLPCR again looking a little bit disjointed so far, has not generated any real scoring opportunities. Boston Green pressuring behind the net. Wackman tripped up out front, and Roseville is going to have to kill a penalty for the second time in this first period. Their first penalty kill was textbook.
It was, and the SLPCR squad couldn't get anything going in that first opportunity. Hopefully they can correct that and get some pressure in on the Raider net.
Max Beal, the guilty party, in the box for a hook. Face off to the left of Cooper Stevens. Make it to the right of Cooper Stevens. 7:44 left in the first. Face off win for Alfred. Lichter's pass tipped away. A breakaway shorthanded for Jacob Villela. Deep into the corner, tried to play it out front. Lewick played it tight. He had Kellen O'Rourke crashing on the back post, essentially a 2-on-0 shorthanded.
Yeah, and Lewick did a really nice job of making sure he brought that puck in. Because, again, a shorthanded opportunity for the Raiders.
If that puck is any slower and Villela is able to catch up to it before the faceoff dots, that's all kinds of trouble and probably a shorthanded goal. But as it is, or was, it took him deep into that corner and just not able to cut back to the top of the crease. And a good stick play by Lewick to break it up and get the cover. And now SLPCR again just having troubles regrouping and breaking out on the power play. Good entry, pass back to Alphen, didn't get there. Sukup tried to send it out front. That was intercepted and played back out to center. Lichter at his own blue line. Clark into the zone. Can't get past Howard. And again, the Raiders able to play it the length of the ice. Midway through this power play, and still no shots on goal in 3 minutes of power play for SLPCR. Another good stand at the blue line. Clark able to enter on the near side. Stops up. Down low. Through the seam, up top, the shot. Save made by Stevens. Recovered. And Alphen dragged down along the back line. That's cleared around and out the far side. 30 seconds left on the power play. Fresh legs on the ice for SLPCR.
Yeah, again, not a lot of opportunity for the visitors here on this power play.
Comer, skate with it, drops for Kish. Kish sets up in the corner, back to Comer at the hash marks, down low again. Barsness looks back to Comer. Up top, Tranby taps it across. That one deflected, it ends up wide. And this one tipped, deflected, and in behind Stevens. I think it went off a defender. It was just after the power play had ended.
Well, that puck came right close.
Right as the power play was ending.
Yep. It came close to that far side of the post, and I couldn't see as well who tipped that in, but I think it may have, you're right, I think it was coming back towards the center of the ice, and I think it may have gone in off a defender. Nonetheless, SLPCR takes the 1-0 lead here with 5:44 remaining in the first.
And after a power play that had generated very little, one shot on goal, it looked to me like it was an attempt to center that went off a defender's stick and over Stevens' shoulder.
That's what I thought too. I thought they were trying to center the puck as well.
Well, and it sounds like they announced it as a power play goal and unassisted, which would, the unassisted means likely own goal. And there's a goal the other way. The shot from the point by Jacob Elm hit something out front, and it ended up behind Lewick, and we're tied at a goal apiece. So who deflected it makes little difference now. We're back to even.
Well, yeah, Roseville didn't waste much time answering to get that even goal. That's goal number 1 on the season for Elm, to go along with 7 assists.
Well, and I'm not sure if he got it or if it was deflected on the way. It definitely changed directions.
It did.
To have replay. Another turnover inside the zone, going between the legs, but sending it just wide was Jacob Villela. Yeah, Kellen O'Rourke getting credit for the goal.
O'Rourke did?
Yep.
That'd be his 6th goal then on the season.
SLPCR back on the attack. Prentice Meyer making sure nobody getting in towards his goaltender. Takes an extra shove from Sukup. Those two continue to jaw as Sukup heads back for the bench. Just a tick under 4:30 to go in period number 1.
Yeah, SLPCR didn't have a lot of time to celebrate that goal.
36 seconds. Shot deflected in on goal. Stevens made the save, didn't know where it went, but it falls right in front of him. He covers it up. We'll try again.
Yeah, fortunate for him, that puck was just flipping up in the air right in front of where he was and came right back down.
Face-off win for the Raiders. Lackner trying to play it behind, take it away. Engberg's centering pass broken up. Tranby out at center ice, played it back in. So PCR has to tag up, so time for Meyer to play a little catch. Now trying to move it ahead. That didn't click. SLPCR plays it back off the near board. Stopped up by Lichter, and that is going to be a hand pass, as he kept it in along the boards with his hand, and that is well called. And that'll force the faceoff all the way back into the SLPCR end.
Yeah, not what they wanted to see there. It's a little under 4 minutes remaining in the period.
O'Rourke wins the draw, but we had a false start. Poked away by Lewick, then sent just wide by Garrett Heights. Andrew Clark sends it out to center. Glove down by Howard. He takes a hit but gets it across. Troska into the zone. Drops it off. Good stick there by Tranby to get the steal. Ahead for Clark. Trying to get around Howard and now dumps it in. In behind is Colin Heights. Sweeps it around for O'Rourke. Out to center. Heights couldn't accept. Now collects off the boards. Colin Heights, top of the circle, goes to his backhand. In deep, sets up behind the net. Tried to play it off the back of the keeper, and that was kept behind the net. SLPCR able to play it out to center. Poked along by Barsness. Barsness runs over Lichter at the blue line. Fired in on goal by Howard. Lewick will cover it, hold it for the face-off. 2:50 to go.
Yeah, both teams getting some fresh skaters on the ice as well. Just a harmless shot into Lewick's glove.
Battle into the corner. Beal wins it behind. That shot stopped up by Lewick. Long rebound off the post and poked home by Ben Beal. Third time's the charm for the Raiders. They take a 2-1 lead with 2:39 left in the first.
Again, you see pressure in front of the net, and that's what did it for them at that time. They had a little bit of pressure. Rebound came out. Another opportunity. They made them pay and able to get that past Lewick now to take the 2-0 lead, or 2-1 lead.
Alphen trying to get it in. Kish collects just over the blue line. He's bumped off it. Alphen there to support. Got it back to Kish. Plays it in deep. And then it goes and collects. Sent back around. Stout. Play it back to Jensen in the zone. Kish at the blue line. Trying to play it across. That went off the skate of Jacobowski down into the corner. Heights Reverses for Elm. Off the boards. That's all the way down. That'll be icing. Face off of the Roseville end. A little less than 2 minutes to go in the first.
Yeah, a couple unanswered tallies by the Raiders after SLPCR opened the scoring. All of a sudden now it's fallen a little bit of opportunity here for Roseville with playing with the lead.
So PCR wins the draw. Shot hit traffic. Heights waiting, looking. And a soft one ahead. Murphy enters the zone, drops it off. Shot in on Lewick. He gets the cover, and O'Rourke in there digging for it. SLPCR didn't like it, but
nope. A little pushing and shoving, but that's you're protecting your goaltender.
Face off. Tie up. Comer in the corner. Trying to spin away from traffic. Able to knock it down. Wackman on the boards. Waits for traffic to clear ahead out of the reach of Tranbeat. Center ice. Tranbeat ties up. Numbers for Roseville. Pokes it back in the zone. Tranbeat will send it around. Wackman collects off the board. Sidesteps pressure from O'Rourke. Gets to stride at center. Wackman trying to get through a couple of defenders. Sukup able to recover in the near corner. Walter holds it on the near blue. Sends it around. Bushy will shovel it back behind. Howard gets it ahead for Heights. Sends it too far, just out of the reach of Troska at the blue line.
Yeah,
he had a step on Bushy.
He did. Great thought, too. See if they could spring him.
SLPCR able to force it back out to center. Roseville back in their own end. Elm waiting for his teammates to complete the line change. Long pass ahead, deflected in by Jacoboski. Sent around. Let go to Meyer at the blue line. Meyer gets away from Lichter. Gets the shot in on Lewick. He holds. And a face-off upcoming. 16 seconds left.
Obviously, you want to make sure you play that next 17 seconds flawlessly and make sure you don't give them any opportunities to close the period.
Good face-off win, good chance for Jacoboski, but a good save for Lewick. Will do it over. Another face-off win. Jacoboski fired it wide this time, but good recovery to take it off the stick of Barsness. And he'll skate out the final seconds, flip it out to center. As the buzzer sounds, and the Roseville Raiders will go to the locker room with a 2-1 lead. SLPCR started the scoring, but 2 unanswered, and a first intermission lead for the home team. You're watching high school hockey on CTS. Welcome back to Roseville Ice Arena. The Raiders, a 2-1 lead after the first period. The SLPCR squad started the scoring with an unassisted goal from Jackson Barsness just as their second power play was ending. Got a fortunate bounce. Unfortunately, just 36 seconds later, a response from Roseville. Kellen O'Rourke with a deflection that evened the score, and then a rebound goal for Ben Beal, his 4th of the season, gave them the lead with just over 2.5 minutes to play in the period at that point. And realistically, if you're SLPCR, you've got to feel good only being down 1 because Roseville generated far more scoring opportunities in period number 1.
Oh, they were the better team in that first period, and so you're right. So the fact that it's just 2-1, you're right, the SLPCR squad has to feel fairly comfortable with that, but they have to come out and be aggressive, and that's something we didn't see a lot of in that first period. We saw a lot of the aggressive play from Roseville. They did a really nice job, especially in the early part of that first period, keeping the puck down in the SLPCR end. We'll see how this unfolds in the second period.
Well, they have speed, and they like to pressure the puck. When they are not in control, they made it very difficult on SLPCR. Every breakout, every spot they tried to find on the ice, and they just want to get it in deep and get in on the attack. Lewick covering it up off the end boards. Right off the face-off, an opportunity, a second chance, and a third chance goal for Garrett Heights. He had the initial opportunity coming in off the face-off, and then the third chance ends up on his stick with a wide open net. And just 17 seconds into period number 2, it's a 3-goal lead for Roseville.
Yeah, not much Lewick could have done about that. And again, just because Roseville was aggressive from the jump here to start period number 2, they did a really nice job of staying around the net. And as you said, that empty net opportunity for the Raiders paid off to increase this lead to 3-1.
Just tight, taking it strong to the top of the crease, creating some chaos, and keeping his stick free. And as fortune would have it, puck came back to him. And Roseville right back on the attack, playing it to the top of the crease. Puck loose. Pucks and bodies to the net. Lewick had to catch that one through traffic. And again, slow this Raiders squad as we're not even a minute into this period. They've got 1 on the board and threatening some more.
Well, and that's the thing. We saw them do that a lot in that first period. And they're starting to pick up where they left off here in period number 2. We talked about the fact they can put the puck in the back of the net, and they've done so 3 times so far tonight.
Get 2 in on the forecheck, win the puck out of the corner, now turn it over. Alford to Barsness. He plays it in deep. Alford scoops it along. Engberg trying to play it out front, went through the blue paint. Good hold by Stout at the line. Plays it back behind for Alford. Alford tried to leave it off for Engberg. He wasn't ready for it. Solid hit by Kish in the corner. But out to center comes Kellen O'Rourke. Villela, rather, had his shot deflected up and out of play.
SLPCR needs to make something happen here relatively soon. Obviously, the momentum is totally on the side of the Raiders at this point. Again, good pressure down in the SLPCR end to start this second period like they did in the first. And so far it's paid off with 1 goal.
Boss knocked down along the end boards, recovered far side by Max Beal. And we've got a hand pass. Will take us all the way back to the other end of the ice. Dust up out front, but no penalties called. And you're 100% right, Howie. Is next goal has to be for the team in blue.
It has to. It has to. I mean, it's still early, quite obviously. It's only early in the second period, but it's all about momentum. Right now, the Raiders own it.
Comer sends it back in deep. SLPCR in on the pressure, but able to force his way through as Jacob Elm out to center. Tranby gets it turned around and then recollects just inside the zone, sends a shot up over the net. Holding it in the near side is Comer. That's sent back in and around. Backhand wraparound attempt for Sukup was denied. Wackman pressuring. able to get the takeaway. A chance for Herzog, and he denied by Cooper Stevens. A great opportunity, maybe the best scoring chance for SLPCR so far today.
Oh, it certainly is. A couple players go down, nothing called.
On a little extra. Herzog underneath O'Rourke there, and O'Rourke kind of giving him the business into the ice. Prentice Meyer around the right wing side. Lost the handle, take it away. Pass out of the reach of Tranby out to center. Turned around by Lackner and into the zone. Tranby will try the other side. Andrew Clark across center. Into the zone, 1v5. He and Villela tangled up, go down, no calls, back the other way. Troska carries in offside, made that one last move before the blue.
Yeah, just couldn't hold up for his skate across that blue line.
Little more than 3 minutes into this second period. A very early goal by Garrett Heights has given Roseville the 3-1 lead. Ben Beal holding it along the far boards. Wolter behind his own net for Bushy. Passes back. Clark trying to flip it out to center. Caught the rafters instead. The faceoff will stay in the SLPCR zone.
A little too much height on that flip. I like the thought of just maybe trying to loft it out of the zone, but a little too much.
Wolter behind his own net, swings it around. Barzis waiting, sweeps it along. Lichter sends it across, off the boards. Clark, a nice move on entry and then tripped up. And that is the third penalty for Roseville, putting SLPCR back on the power play. Their one goal came at the very end of their last power play.
They called it a power play goal.
They did, but then they didn't. So I'm not sure. It was right in the exact same second. This one coming at 3:45 of the second period.
Well, they certainly
Wyatt Howard for the trip.
They certainly could use a power play goal here in this situation.
Well, they really haven't been able to generate much.
Nothing.
Roseville's
basically
so good, pressuring shorthanded. Hold at the line by Tranby, walks down into the corner. Tranby will reverse. Barsness digging it out of the corner, has a little bit of room, sends it back out to the point. Engberg back down low, hopped over the stick of Barsness, gets in where Stevens can cover it up. And he'll do that to bring another face-off to his left.
Yeah, he had a blue jersey right there. He had to make sure he brought that puck into the glove and force that face-off.
Face-off win for the Raiders, and this one sent the distance by Meyer. Swept behind by Lewick. Blackman turns away from the pressure. Sends it out through center. And now flipped in, and first one there is Colin Heights. Will send it back behind the defense is Jacoboski. In alone, shorthanded, backhand goal.
Yeah, again, you turn the puck over like that, but not much Lewick could do. I mean, he faked one way, was able to control the puck and put it into the net to give the Raiders the 4-1 lead.
Well, and this is just a smart play from Colin Heights and Grant Jakuboski getting behind the defense undetected, able to walk in all alone.
Goal number 5 for Heights.
Except it was Jakuboski.
Oh, I thought you said Heights.
He's the one who passed it to him.
Goal number 8.
There's a guy in behind the defense again. This time O'Rourke on a breakaway fires wide. And a turnover. Looking out front was Villela. Here comes Engberg with speed the other way. Across the top of the circles, the shot turned away by Stevens. Engberg recovers. Plays it out to Alphen at the blue line. Across from Lichter. Alphen, his shot blocked. Elm feeling that a bit. Tied up along the far boards. Villela doing a nice job of working some time off the clock, and then the pass to the point between the two defenders. And Lichter all the way back to his own end, and that will effectively do it for the power play. Just one shot on goal, and a shorthanded goal allowed. Again, numbers at the line. Good stick by Sukup to deflect that one wide. Lewick clearing that one out of play and out of danger as, again, pressure in behind the defense. Jacob Boss was trying to jump on it.
Yeah, that was a fastball into the crowd. Fans had to duck quickly from that one. That puck coming at them.
The refs are talking about it at center ice. It is not a penalty in high school hockey to clear it over the boards. It's not in the NHL. It would certainly clearly be delay a game, but I think they're just trying to determine
coming to talk to
where the face-off should be. Coach Scott Steffen getting an explanation, and clearly the Roseville staff disagreeing with the non-call. I don't know what the argument was there. It's a lot harder to justify the call than the non-call, in my opinion. So one played all the way down, back behind their own net are the Raiders. And a hit away from the puck. And Sukup lost a stick.
Lost a glove.
There's yard sale on the ice, and face-off will come outside the Roseville zone. And another discussion between our officials. Did you see it? I didn't see it.
No.
You can't call what you can't see.
This is true.
Face-off win for Caden Alphen. Played across. Bushy will send it in and around. Stevens leaves it there. Back around near side. Raiders get it out. Sent right back in by Alphen. Stevens stops it up. On it is Engberg. Engberg trying to center. That was broken up. Recovered. Got back to Engberg. A shot is saved by Stevens. Kish fires it back in and around. Stopped up by Lackner behind the net. Kish continues to pressure. Alphen wins it. Back out to the point. Tranby back to Alphen. Sweeps it back in behind. Kish tried to center. Take it away. Villela plays it around. Swept out to center by O'Rourke. Into the zone comes Troska. Troska will shoot. Blocker save. Lewick recovered. Fanning on the shot was Garrett Heights. Taken away by SLPCR. Alphen into the zone. Centering. That was broken up. Played back out to center. Alphen can't get back on it. Heights into the zone. Snaps it up over the net. Bushy will recover. Take a look as both teams trying to change. Bushy to center. Will send it in deep. First one there, Andrew Clark trying to center. Tipped away from Barsness. And Roseville on the attack. Ben Beal a shot, gloved and held by Lewick. 9:15 to go, period number 2.
Yeah, Lewick making sure he did not want to give up a rebound. Just make sure he gloved that one. Again, the SLPCR squad trailing by 3. Still plenty of time left in this contest. Still plenty of time left in this period.
Flipped across to the near boards, collected by Lichter, stays away from a check, gets it ahead to Barsness, trying to cut back, knocked off his stick. Villela sweeps it back the other way. Lewick races out to win another puck race. Stopped up by O'Rourke as the goalie out of the net.
Wow.
A diving save by Brock Lewick to get back. O'Rourke, one of their leading scorers, stops it up. The goalie's in the corner. Looks and sees 24 square feet of net.
Sliding.
He shoots, and a diving Superman save from Brock Lewick, trying to keep his team in this contest.
Oh, to have the ability to see a replay. That was a sweet-looking save for Lewick.
Face-off win, but a good stick from Sukup. Takes a hit, but gets it across to Wackman. Wackman, short angle, misses the net. Out to the line, that shot blocked. Covering out at center is Stout. He sends it back in deep. Shoveled ahead, waiting is Boss. His pass off the far boards all the way down, and that is icing. He was looking for Oliver Siddick. Flying down the right wing, 8:21 to go. Period number 2, so just over midway through this contest. It's been pretty much Roseville's game.
It has.
Their consistent pressure on the puck has kept SLPCR from finding any kind of rhythm, and they just have looked a bit sleepy from the start and not able to keep up with the speed or pressure of the home team. Both teams, again, coming off a week-long break over the holiday, and exactly the kind of start Coach Steffens wanted for his Roseville squad. Not so much so for Coach Gagnon and SLPCR.
No, he was concerned a little bit how they would come out after the break. And
a deflection comes through. Alphen a chance, tried to go high short side. A blocker save for Stevens, and it went up out of play.
Yeah, a good opportunity there for SLPCR. They need something to happen. Trailing 4-1, and again, there's no flow from them.
Well, and you know, obviously year one of the co-op between Spring Lake
Right.
Park and Coon Rapids, and for the most part, things have gone smoothly. Some injuries you can never anticipate, but special teams has been atrocious. If the numbers on the hub are even close to correct, those are just atrocious numbers, and so far it's been pretty bad here this afternoon. 0 for 3 on the power play, 1 power play shot, and 1 shorthanded goal allowed. Barsness trying to get behind the defense. Angled off. His shot blockered away by Stevens. Barsness collects out of the corner, was trying to feed Lichter in the slot. Height's pass behind was disrupted, and I looked away for just a moment.
Well. So did I.
And the goaltender ended up with the net on top of him.
Not sure how that happened.
That's usually someone bumped it.
And then flipped over the top.
Yeah, that happens. No harm, no foul.
Nope.
And the faceoff staying in the defensive end means a Roseville player was to blame or at fault, what have you. They're able to play it out to center. Dylan Bushy back to his own blue line, across for Tranby, off the board. Sukup will carry it in. Trying to cut in. His shot deflected and ends up wide. Heights sweeps it along. Tranby pinches down, gets it into the corner, and then gets it right back. Down low for Wackman. Dug away from him, sent all the way down, and that is what they call icing.
Icing. Well, again, you know, it's SLPCR is just looking for something to happen. They've had the puck down in the Raiders' end of the last few possessions, but they really haven't been able to generate anything, Joe. And it's got to be, I'm sure, concerning to Coach Gagnon.
Well, and really only a handful of legitimate scoring
Yep.
opportunities for SLPCR so far in this contest, with 6:47 to go in period number 2. Heights digs it free, gets it to Troska. Down the right wing, knocked away by Bushy. Troska will tie up there. Get a little bit of support. Dug free by Teddy Wackman for SLPCR. Wackman got a couple of goals against Bloomington Jefferson, finally getting that monkey off of his back. Like to start a bit of a scoring streak here, especially to help his team out, trailing 4-1. Sukup tied up in the corner. He battles with Riley Lackner. Wackman digs it free, lost the handle behind the net. Recollected by O'Rourke. O'Rourke skates to center for Roseville. Numbers at the line. That shot kicked away. Rebound. Another save by Lewick, and he's able to cover up as O'Rourke was threatening from behind the net.
Yeah, a couple of good opportunities for Roseville. They're trying to chip away at that puck, see if they can get it behind Lewick. Lewick did a good job of making sure he covered up that puck. But still, again, some continued pressure at the hands of the Raiders.
Face-off win. Quick shot by Jacoboski. Save and cover for Lewick. And we've seen them win that to Jacoboski a couple of times. Yep. He's had a couple of good opportunities off of quick face-off wins. This time, Alphen able to win the draw. Clear attempt, hit the official. And now sent out. And all the way down to the Roseville end. Icing waved off, sent around by Howard. Alphen collapsing down the wing, sends it back behind. Howard gets it ahead to Jacoboski. Tipped into the zone by Ben Beal. He'll win the race, play it out front.
Oh.
Tipped in underneath Brock Lewick.
Great opportunity again there, just to poke one past Lewick, but Lewick made sure that that puck was, he drew that one in, but there was a Raider right on the doorstep.
Face-off win out of the reach of Jacoboski. Sent in deep by Howard. SLPCR will break it out this side. Flipped up and out by Engberg. Pressure on. Alphen nearly had the steal. This one played across. Jacoboski off the boards. Lost the handle. Alphen needs some help. Sends it out to the slot. It got away from Kish. Kish collects off the corner. Takes a hit from Jacoboski. Gets it down low. It skips away from Engberg. Engberg tied up in the corner. Puck poked free. Jacoboski will flip it out to center. Comer sends it across for Andrew Clark, who sends it back in for Comer. Both teams changing some pieces. Andrew Clark out of the corner. Will skate to center. And now Comer into the zone, trying to get it back to him. Clark was spun around, and here comes Heights up the near boards. Sends it in on net. Lewick knocks it down, swept back into the corner. Siddick back out to the point. Elm sends it to the corner, gives chase. Tie up along the end boards. Coming away with it, Engberg sends it across out of the reach of Andrew Clark. Circling with it is Colin Heights. His pass deflected out to center. Lichter intercepts, play back near side for Tranby. Had to reach back for it, gets the zone, drops off. Barsness, a shot, and another penalty upcoming against Roseville.
Yeah, so far it has not hurt them. This will be their fourth now time in the penalty box. SLPCR not generating much opportunities in any of their power plays.
No, just 2 power play shots. And a shorthanded goal allowed. Oliver Siddick called for the rough. And SLPCR has to be aware of guys breaking behind the defense. Here's another opportunity with Villela down the wing. His shot gloved by Lewick. They are not giving up. O'Rourke attacking shorthanded, bumped and slowed along the end line. Finally dug free by Lichter, sends it across. Clark back near side for Engberg. Engberg tripped up, will not get the secondary. That's a big hit. Stepping up for Tranby. I take that back. It was Sukup standing up at the blue line. This one sent in deep. It's the second time in this power play that Prentice Meyer has ended up without a stick. A good shot for Clark, a quick whistle for Roseville. As Stevens didn't have it covered quite yet. He was going to get it covered, but
your defender's in there protecting his goaltender and make sure they don't get any cheap shots in there. But that was a good opportunity for SLPCR. Couldn't make happen.
.247 left in period number 2. Roseville has scored the last 4. Trying to spring Jacoboski again shorthanded. He had the shorthanded goal last time. Continues to pressure Wackman. And now played in deep by Ben Beal. Tranby recovers out of the corner. Comer drops it off. Played back out to the near point. Wackman walking in. His shot into the midsection of Stevens and held for a faceoff.
Give himself an opportunity with 37 seconds left on the power play with a shot on goal and forcing that faceoff.
Face-off win for SLPCR. Tranby will get it back from Wackman on the boards. Played across. Comer down into the corner. Will get it back. Comes out to center. Tranby got it back to Comer. It bounced away from him into the zone. SLPCR still offside. It's played all the way down. Comer tied up with O'Rourke in the offensive zone. Wackman at center ice. It's a Barsness trying to settle it. Drops it off for Engberg. Back door.
Great opportunity.
Herzog was there, but had his stick taken away at the last second. And the penalty to Siddick is over. A couple of shots on goal, but still a 3-goal lead for Roseville as we get back to 5-on-5. Tranby. Cross ice, knocked down by Herzog, but couldn't control. Play back out to center by Lackner. Roseville
offside
into the zone, but Siddick in a step early. Just over a minute to go.
A couple of goals scored in this period by the Raiders to increase that lead to 4-1. And they've pretty much controlled this hockey game from start of the first to just about the start here, or finish of the second.
Bushy's cross ice pass didn't click, looking for Kish. That is icing, so a face-off back in the SLPCR end. Just under a minute remaining. Well, we saw the SLPCR team come back from a 5-1 deficit.
They did.
In the third period earlier this season. They did end up losing that one in overtime, but they know they have the ability to come back. This is a little bit better team, and that is interference, and it'll be called as Colin Heights. I mean, you can't even argue this.
No,
one.
you can't.
Just skate to the box. You took 2 steps to your left specifically in order to prevent him from getting to the puck. That's, again, textbook definition. But as you mentioned on their last penalty, hasn't hurt him.
It is not. This will be their 5th power play opportunity for SLPCR, and they've basically haven't been doing a thing here. You have an opportunity with like 53 seconds remaining in this period. If you can get one here, that gives you a little momentum going into the 3rd period, and you cut that lead.
Face-off win. Alfin walks down into the corner. Will swing it around. Clark accepts near the blue line. Will send it back in. And that is going to be possibly a 5 right there. That's
call a cross-check?
Well, I'm going to see what they're going to call it. They call it a cross-check?
I think they called it a cross-check.
You can't. It was from behind, and it looked extra bad because I think that Herzog was already kind of on his toe. Oh no,
Sukup.
Was kind of already on his toes, and he went face first into the boards. But a lot of 5-on-3, 41 seconds here to end the first period. Raiders able to win the draw. The clear hit Villela. He's able to recover it and skate with it to center. Hold off the attackers and throw it toward the net. It was blocked into the corner, but vital seconds run off of this 2-man advantage. Wackman into the zone, stops up, plays it across. Alfin walking in, takes the shot, misses high and wide. Clark able to keep it in, far side, 10 seconds left in the period. Clark to Engberg, a shot, a save, a rebound chance, and Stevens able to get on top of it.
Again, a lot of commotion in front of the net, but Stevens made sure he kept an eye on the puck and brought it in. But there, a little bit of a flurry in front of the net. SLPCR can't poke it home.
Four seconds left in the period. Face-off win, a chance, misses wide for Engberg. The buzzer sounds, and Roseville will go to the locker room up 4-1. But SLPCR will have 1:08 on a 5-on-3 to start the 3rd period. They will need to start fast. We will have that 3rd period right after this on CTF. Back at Roseville Ice Arena, the Roseville Raiders a 4-1 lead over SLPCR, but SLPCR will have a 5-on-3 for 1:08 to start this 3rd period, and Howie, they absolutely, positively must get something positive out of this power play.
Yeah, that's what we were chatting about here during the break, is that if they want to get back into this contest, and you touched on it earlier in the 2nd period, they were down 5-1 and came back to tie it 5-5 before losing in an overtime period. But if they want that same opportunity, they're going to have to come out here with this kind of an advantage and get that first goal of the 3rd period.
Yeah, that was against St. Michael, and that
right,
was
it's a different team.
Roseville creates a completely different kind of problem.
They do.
They're more skilled than STMA, and certainly faster there. You have to be impressed by the pressure they put on the puck, and that has made it real difficult for SLPCR. And again, coming off of a week-long break, they are making it even more difficult to get back into the rhythm and swing of the season. Jackson Engberg, speed end-to-end, will carry behind the net, centering in the skates of Lichter. Engberg tried to go back to the back door, intercepted, and Villela plays it the length of the ice.
Yeah, smartly, just continues to try and burn up time here in this 5-on-3 SLPCR advantage.
Engberg's pass was out of the reach. They tried to pressure, but sent all the way back down. Lewick will send it the length of the other way. Icing waved off. And that is just fine with the home team.
Absolutely. Push it back to us, we'll push it back to you.
10 seconds left in the first penalty. Wackman circles back. Engberg walking. Back door! And Lichter had it hop up off of his stick, and the net came off as well.
Great chance right there.
It was a good look, and Lichter was right there, and that just hopped up over his stick as Stevens knocked the net off. 12 seconds left on the power play. Face-off win. Suka back to the point. Comer's shot is blocked. O'Rourke picks it up on the race in, takes the shot, blocker save, up, out of play, and nearly a second shorthanded goal for the Roseville Raiders. They've had 3 shorthanded breakaways now. They've cashed in once.
Yeah, they're opportunistic, and again, they just got to the point where they needed to be and got in front of that pass. And
well, last man back, taking chances. They have forced them into making that mistake.
And the Raiders have killed every opportunity on the power play for SLPCR here tonight's contest.
Wolter lost the handle, recovered by Jacob Elm. Stops up, plays it behind his own net, out of the reach of Heights. A turnover and a chance for Engberg, turned away by Stevens. Good step up by Wolter to slow things. Heights plays it off the glass, not able to get it out. Thrown in on net, sticked away out of play by Cooper Stevens.
Both teams getting some changes, fresh skaters on the ice.
Tie up off the draw. One to the corner by Prentice Meyer. His backhanded pass somehow got through the traffic, nearly a dangerous spot for a turnover. Instead, got out to center, and it's played in deep by Jacob Villela. Jensen, long pass ahead. Andrew Clark into the zone for SLPCR. Forced into the corner. Will carry behind. Looking. Waiting, out to the point. Jensen plays it across. Stout down low, gets it back from Barsness. Shot through traffic, stick save up and out of play off the stick of Cooper Stevens.
Well, good job moving the puck around, trying to get somebody to get a good look at the goal. But Stevens able just to stick that one aside.
Wyatt Howard from behind his own net gets it up the board, sent out by Garrett Heights. Comer able to survive some pressure at center. Wackman's pass deflected. Alford gives chase. Heights pins him to the board, far side. Troska plays it back out to center, turned back in by Tranby. Behind the net is Wyatt Howard again. Howard, long pass off the boards, was trying to get Garrett Heights at the far blue line, and it was just out of his reach. They like the stretch pass. They have executed it effectively a couple of times tonight.
They have. I thought the thought was good. Just see if they can get an opportunity, get a guy in all alone and increase this 4-1 lead.
Face-off win for SLPCR, but slips out to center. Chipped back in by Wolter. Behind the net, sent around by Meyer. Jacoboski plays it in deep. Swung around, ends up and out of play.
It'll cause a face-off to the right of Lewick.
Get good pressure on the forecheck from Roseville. Clark gets it across. Barsness will send it in, and that line looking for a change. They had their whole shift out defending. Here's Villela with speed down the left wing. Send it in and behind. Heights will play it back around to the near side. Siddick trying to come out of the corner, had it poked away. Tie up, Boss able to win it out of the corner. We're going to see our first Roseville power play as Lichter is going to be called for the cross check along the near boards and put SLPCR shorthanded for the first time.
Yes, yeah, they've been doing a good job of staying out of the penalty box, but now the power play unit for the Raiders, as you mentioned, first time tonight we'll see them, and all I can say is SLPCR better play tough on the kill.
Heights to Mayer up top. Knocked away out to center. Alfin recovers for SLPCR. Now shovels it in on the backhand. It skips away from Colin Heights. He'll recover and set up behind his net. Mayer to Villela. Into the zone. Cuts back. Shot turned away by Lewick. Out to the point. Heights back down low. Jakubowski.
And again, some pushing and shoving in front of the net.
A couple of big saves for Brock Lewick.
Yes.
Face off to his right. Chopped at, but kept in by Heights. Jakubowski gets it down, leaves it off for Heights. Heights along the boards. Down into the corner for Ben Beal. Up top, Heights looking. Down low again. Jakubowski back out to Heights. Stepping in, he'll take the shot. That hit traffic and then swept back out and all the way down.
Yeah, good job by SLPCR to clear that.
Engberg using his speed to gain the takeaway, but right to Heights. Heights gets the line. Oh, sorry, Mayer trying to pass out front. Knocked away. Kept in. Engberg tips it free. And that one's...
nothing called.
That was just a straight tackle right there. Those two guys both jockeying for it. Both had an arm free, kind of doing a little hand checking, but...
one brought the other down.
My opinion, yes, but I'm biased. But yeah. Riley Lackner sends it in deep. Lewick stops it up behind and tries to swing it around. That's stopped up at the blue line, played to the front. Swept away by Jensen. Good tie up on the stick. Played out to center. Wackman couldn't quite catch it at center. He was behind the defense. The penalty is over. And a good PK for SLPCR.
Yeah, they needed it.
Roseville really didn't have much opportunity either. Neither team's special teams all that special this afternoon.
They have certainly not looked that way. Not yet, anyway. 10:33 remaining in the contest with Roseville holding that 3-goal lead. 2 in the first, 2 in the second.
When SLPCR started the scoring on kind of a weird bounce, Jackson Barsness credited for it. It went off of a deflection out front right as a penalty was ending. That was his 4th goal of the season. But since then, Roseville has really not allowed many looks at their net, despite being shorthanded 5 times in a long 5-on-3 PK for the home team. Tie up in front of the bench. Coming free for Barsness into the zone. Fights for a stick check. Shot goes wide. Herzog battling in the far corner. Barsness comes over to support. Raiders get it out to center. Swept in deep by Boss. Lewick plays it around behind. Tranby. Pressured by Siddick. Cross ice pass taken away by Hauer. He tried to center. That's stopped up by Tranby. Sukup behind his own net. Will just fire it. Herzog tried to knock it down at center and could not.
Nope.
Had he, it still would have been high sticking. And that's going to be icing instead.
Yeah, get an opportunity.
Penalty is the same, by the way. High sticking.
For high sticking.
And icing.
Yep.
Playing the puck with a high stick,
Correct.
that is. And icing. Just return to the
other end.
Return to your own end.
Yep.
Solid face-off win for Lichter. Bushy sends it out through center. Icing waved off. Going to come right in on net. Engberg pressuring all the way into the corner. Near side, Boss's pass. Tied Villela up a little bit. He'll send it in right on goal from center. And Lewick holds long enough for the faceoff.
Yeah, he put that one from a long distance right in on him. Lewick was holding it, thought maybe he could dish it off to one of his teammates, but the whistle blew, forcing the faceoff.
Breakout successful for SLPCR. Andrew Clark puts it in on goal. Steffen stick save to the far boards. And Riders right back the other way. O'Rourke had it swept off into the corner. He recovers, pressured by Bushy. O'Rourke got it back. A little backhand attempt. He fanned over the top. Played to the near boards. Clark ahead. Engberg had it in his skates, bumped off it. Recovered by Mayer. Back the other way come the Raiders. Jacob Troska into the zone. Trying to get around Stout. Plays it out front. That was broken up with a stick of Lewick. Clark bumped off it behind. SLPCR maintains control. Cross ice. Stout with speed down the wing. Tried to drop it off for Alphen. Out of his reach. Taken away by Max Beal. Cleared out to center. Wackman at his own blue line. Gets it to Jensen. He'll send it in. First one there is Elm. He plays it behind Alfred with a takeaway. Centered, but Wackman was tied up. Wackman bumped off it in the near corner. Battle continues with Sukup holding Beal to the boards. Fans want a call, not going to get it.
Yeah, Sukup wanted a call too. He wasn't going to get it. He was frustrated at the end of that opportunity.
Yeah, a little clutch and grab going both ways, and refs say play on.
Well, I'm sure SLPCR is frustrated. They haven't been able to put the puck into the net since early in that first period.
They haven't really been able to touch the puck much.
No, not much at all.
And we are going to get one here as frustration's boiling over. Is it going to be Wackman? Is it going to be Engberg going for the rough? It is going to be Jackson Engberg. Or I apologize, no. Teddy Wackman.
Yep. Make sure he gets into the right penalty box. And just what SLPCR did not want with 7:21 remaining is to be shorthanded.
Solid PK last time out, but don't want to test your luck too many times, especially already down 4-1.
No.
Both wings on the near side. Collapsing early, so we'll drop the puck over. Jakubowski out to the point. Mayer's shot deflected, goes off the end glass, and then is sent all the way down by Andrew Clark. Meyer, a lot of speed down the near side. Shot stopped up easily by Lewick. Tie up in the corner, comes out. Across, Mayer walking in. Misses high off the glass. Heights trying to hold, but SLPCR able to clear it all the way down.
The clock is not the friend of SLPCR at this point. 6.5 minutes remaining.
Villela, blocker save Lewick. Meyer walking in, snaps it wide, and that will careen right back out of the zone. Meyer back to his own blue line. Gets it to Heights, who turns, carries back in. Chipped away by Wolter. He stays with it into the corner. Plays it around behind. Villela tried to center. Not much on it. Taken away by Alford. Ahead for Andrew Clark. Trying to get it back to Alford. That was broken up by Jacob Elm. Pass was just out of the reach of Villela, who had to reach back for it. Is out to center. Regained by Ben Beal. Waits for teammates to clear and then sends it in to the glove hand of Brock Lewick.
Yeah, an easy one for Brock, just to glove and get the face off. And you know, Roseville continue to apply pressure, even though they're up by 3. They want to continue to see if they can mount the score and get a little more insurance.
Face-off win for the Raiders again. Elm taking his time, plays it down low. Behind goes Garrett Heights. Penalty to Wackman is over. From the point, shot hits traffic. I think it was O'Rourke who actually blocked his own teammate's shot. Heights took a big hit behind the net. Able to scoop up his glove and stop the puck and get his glove back in while nearly regaining control, but not so much. Wackman back the other way, around, plays it out front. Engberg couldn't control. Back looking for Alphen. Stout will play it across. In on goal, deflected up and out of play.
Well, SLPCR with the puck down in the Raiders' end, Joe, and again, just looking for any kind of opportunity. And give credit to the Raiders. They've done a really nice job of really getting in the way of what SLPCR wants to do here this afternoon.
Centering pass, cleared away by Villela. Comer keeps it in deep. Hold again on the blue line, eventually forced out. Sukup. So turned around and sent right back out. Icing waved off. Heights behind the net. We'll leave it back. Scooped up there by Howard. Heights pass taken away by Comer. Howard gets it to Villela. In the slot, a shot kick save. And then Villela with a big hit on Sukup behind the net. They go down together.
Yeah,
Sukup bumped off of it.
It's getting a little physical here.
And then he's going to get called for the trip. Villela. A little retaliatory slash, and Villela just points to the box. Says,
that's where
you get the penalty.
Yep, you get to think about it for a couple of minutes.
Third penalty on the visitors in this third period.
Yeah, they haven't helped. They haven't helped themselves for sure.
What about the spear?
Raiders able to get set up on the power play, backdoor feed, and a goal for Jacob Troska. Just a beauty of a pass from Garrett Heights.
Yeah, and again, they were setting themselves up for getting that 5th goal, and they did a really nice job moving the puck around, and then a beautiful look. And they do get that 5th goal to make it 5-1 with 3:32 remaining here in the contest.
Yeah, and it was just a great backdoor feed, and Troska had a lot of net to look at. No chance for the netminder to make it across. And it is a 5-1 lead for the Raiders. 3:32 to go in the third period. Certainly not the way the visitors wanted this game to go as they returned to action after their holiday break. Had a week off, and they what a shot from Andrew Clark. Just an absolute snipe on the wrist shot, top shelf, but probably too little too late.
Yeah, but they needed something positive.
But not the return to action they had wanted.
No.
Played a team that in Roseville, coming in, you would say, if we lose a well played game, not going to feel too bad. This is a good Raiders team.
Oh, very good Raiders team.
Not the kind of team that you want to be run out of the rink by, which is essentially what has happened so far this afternoon.
Yeah, it really has, and it's just that it's a boost for the SLPCR squad to get a goal here, but they've definitely been outplayed here all game long.
Yeah, and if they can turn that into some momentum and get this back to a 5-3, 5-4 loss, well, they feel a little bit better going home.
Absolutely.
But this is game 3 of a very long road trip for them. Game 3 of 4 in a row, and then they have 7 of 8 on the road from December 13th through January 15th.
Yep.
Their only home game is, I think, next week, and I can't remember who they're playing. I didn't write that down. But a chance.
It's home.
Waconia.
They're playing at
right?
Waconia, correct?
Right on the 2nd.
Yeah, at Fogarty, correct.
So, that's their only quote-unquote home game for essentially a month in the middle of the season. They'll see a little more balanced schedule at the end of the year, but started out home heavy and now road heavy, and not the way they wanted again this contest to go, but an opportunity with that shot from Andrew Clark to at least try and make a push here at the end. But Roseville has really dictated the pace. They've got a lot of speed and they bring a lot of pressure. And as you had pointed out, 8 guys in double digits. They do a lot of scoring, and they're a pretty balanced squad as well.
They are, no doubt.
So PCR not able to force it into the zone. Beal tried to feed Jakubowski in the slot. Did not connect. Here's Teddy Wackman, or Lichter rather, leaving it off for Clark for Engberg. Engberg, speed, trying to gain the corner, carries behind. Looking, circling, top of the zone. Shot, rebound just out of everybody's reach. Clark able to recollect, looking for Lichter at the point, and it was out of his reach. Net is empty with 2.5 to play. Extra attacker on, and SLPCR trying to bring the pressure at the other end now.
Yeah, it's the only opportunity they have to try and get back and just get that extra skater on. And
Wackman trying to center, and Stevens will cover it up. 2:09 on the clock.
Yeah, they would, if they can get another opportunity, a quick one here, if at all possible. I mean, granted, there's not much time left, and they're down by 3, but
face-off win is a good start.
Yep.
Played into the corner. Engberg tied up there. Wackman in to help. Poke free. Wackman trying to center. Lichter's shot just misses off the end boards. Wackman pushing and shoving behind. Played out front. Stevens able to hop on top of it.
Again, a little pushing and shoving in front of the net.
Well, and SLPCR creating more offensive opportunities in the last 3 minutes than they have all game.
Yeah, they certainly have. Again, just trying to see if they can get something to feel good about.
Lichter had it skip away from him. Van Beal to the blue line and into the empty net. And that'll push it back to a 4-goal lead and pretty much seal the deal.
Yeah, not much you can really do, Joe. I mean, you've got to put that extra pressure on, but if you turn the puck over and you give an opportunity for the Raiders to get a little bit of a break, you've got an empty net, and then all of a sudden you've got a goal, and it is now 6-2.
And they will continue to have that hot offense. Again, they came in scoring 5.3 per game. So just above that average here with 6 goals on the board. Lewick clears it. Herzog gets it back ahead to Sukup. Right back on the attack come the Raiders. Van Anderson is shot in, gloved and held by Lewick. 1:27 left.
So this would move the Raiders to 7-4 and drop the SLPCR squad to 4-7.
That one not held by Elm, so SLPCR with a little bit of time, but Raiders tag up quickly, and SLPCR just too much time to get organized in their defensive zone on their breakouts, and that's been the story all game long. That Roseville brings a lot of pressure, but SLPCR just, in the face of that pressure, has taken too long to get their passes, to collect them, to settle them, to make it to the next guy. And Roseville came out hungrier and will walk away with the victory. Barsness into the zone, can't get past Colin Heights. Down to the final 15, Heights into the zone. Dragging it around a defender and then flipping a backhand up and out of play. 8 seconds to go.
Yeah, so the SLPCR squad just have to regroup after this one, after the loss, where coming back from that extended time off. Didn't react the way that didn't play the way I think Coach wanted to see, and so they will work on that.
Flipped out to center, and that will just about do it. A solid win for Roseville, and some lessons to take away for SLPCR.
Absolutely. I mean, getting that second goal gave them a little bit of a push, but unfortunately, just as we talked about, Raiders just doing a better job from start to finish.
Well, and the speed and pressure from the Roseville squad was impressive, and that really
absolutely
tipped the ice in their favor all game long. It was relentless and never allowed SLPCR to gain any type of rhythm.
Yep.
And once they had the lead, they never looked back.
They definitely did not, and they played well. They were the aggressor from the beginning, and it's just unfortunate.
And that is going to do it for this edition of CTN Sports. Again, the final score, Roseville 6, Spring Lake Park Coon Rapids 2. I want to thank everybody out there for joining us and continuing to support everything we do here at CTN, to the entire crew, including Tim Shinjin and Charles Brolin doing the hard work. My partner Howie Shapiro and I, Joe Young, say goodnight.